What's up, everybody? Well, I got another video for you guys on this little FIREBAT Mini PC, and today we're just gonna check out some games. I'm just gonna go and play the same couple games I tried out on the Asus G50 Advantage and Steam Deck and just see how they run on here. We'll start off with some pretty easy to run games, some pretty easy ones like some cell shaded ones. Then we'll move on to a pretty easy to run 3D game, and then we'll move on and finish up with some Cyberpunk, because that's, you know, still one of the best looking games that actually runs decently on the thing, which makes me irritated. Cyberpunk can run decently on these systems. However, you know, these newer games that come out that don't even look as good run at like 11 to 20 FPS. It's absolutely maddening. And then everybody made fun of Cyberpunk for sucking at coding and everything, yet they're still doing a better job than most other people. Anyway, enough ranting. Let's go ahead and go have a look at our first game. Alright, here's our first game. We're gonna do a little Vampire Survivors, because I figured it'd be super easy to run, and if it can't handle that, we got some big problems. But so far so good. Hell yeah, more projectiles. Give me them jewels. I want to level and get more cool shit. Alright, what do I want now? Alright, let's go with the Bible. Give me a little bit of some area effect around myself from time to time. With the lightning. I don't know, lightning is my favorite element, so why not? Alright, cool. And we'll save the turkey for when I really need it. I don't think those things ever disappear. I could be wrong. But we haven't even been hit yet, so no reason to pick them up. We have duplicated. Nope, alright, we got a little hurt. I figured I could just power through. But luckily we had like 100,000 turkeys everywhere. And there we go. Back to full health. Oh, what are you? Ah, nice. Treasure found. What are we gonna get this time? Oh, is it more projectiles? Heck yeah. Oh, the ghosts have come out. Whoa, that was cool. I'll remember that. They definitely must have added some stuff since the last time I played this game. It's been a little while. Last time I played it was testing games out, but I used to play this pretty religiously every night before that American Truck Driving Simulator took over that role. In any case, though, it's quite obvious this game runs absolutely flawlessly. So why don't we now move on to the next game? We'll do one more little easy-to-run game like this, and then we'll move on to something a little more challenging. Alright, now for some NWO Wars.
LGBTQ tadpole technology vaccine that depletes your testosterone and turns you into a rainbow amphibian.
Oh, we don't want that.
Ready? Go! I'm here to save the people. You shouldn't be testing yourselves. The lottery is rigged. Get wrecked. Say hello to my little friend. I'll eat your ass. Get wrecked. Machine gun. This is as fake as Big Mike being a woman. Say hello to my little friend. I'm going to lower the world's population.
Where does it go?
I'm going to lower the world's population. I thought you did computers, libtard. 911 was an inside job. It was a controlled demolition. Machine gun. Machine gun. Machine gun. Ah, it's Dr. Fuka, who reportedly created HIV in a lab. I love needles. Take extra shots. I love needles. Put on your mask, peasant.
Gosh, I was hoping I could kill him before I ran out of... before those things hit me, but whatever. I should have just dodged them. But it's fun to try different things.
Mission complete!
Nope, didn't quite beat my high score. Oh well. And now with that, let's move on to the next game. Alright, let's go over the settings real quick here. So back to the top, we're at 1080p. I just have it at 60 Hz, but we got VSync disabled, so that doesn't really matter. 100% scale, some medium anti-aliasing. Pretty much everything else is on medium. A couple things on high, like vegetation detail and grass sense. See, I could probably turn those down and get a little more FPS, but I want things to look as realistic as possible while still giving us like a mostly 60 plus experience. I'm sure just like the Ally and the Steam Deck, this will drop under 60 in certain situations. Like once you get into cities and stuff. Well, hey, maybe I'll be wrong. Let's go hop into the game and we'll see what's what. Alright, here we are in American Truck Simulator. See, our CPU seems to be at like 83 and our GPU's at 70. And you can't hear the machine running whatsoever. So, zero fan noise. I'm sure you could probably increase the fan speed, in fact, a little bit. And it would probably lower the, well, for sure would lower the temps a little bit. But probably only down into like the high 70s would be my guess, like if you put that thing to 100% or something. Alright, you gonna let me in? Alright, seems like he's letting me in. I was trying to just build up speed on the side so I wouldn't get anybody's way since I'm only going 40. So it's looking like we're a little over 90 watts total power. That's not bad at all. And since this thing's always plugged in, the CPU can basically just stay pegged at its maximum speed, as does the GPU. They're both just at max speed all the time, unlike on battery-powered things. Oh, nope, I spoke too soon. It did drop down to 500 for a second, but you guys know what I mean. A lot of times on the Steam Deck and the Ally, the GPU will freaking fluctuate like crazy. Same thing with the CPU. But they have to. They're on battery, and they have a lot less cooling than this thing does. This thing has a giant-ass heatsink and a giant-ass fan. Yep, and I don't think there's a single system out there that uses 90 watts, like handheld. I think the highest one I saw was that Neo that could do 54 watts. Which didn't seem to help much in games, if I'm honest. It seemed to get you like 5 FPS, but then you're like, hey, I can get like 10 minutes of battery life. Probably a little better than that. It'd probably be similar to the Allies battery life. Alright, what do we got going on up here? I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'm going to attempt to go around, but I'm probably going to get owned. Because I am pulling a shit ton more weight than those semis in the slow lane right now. So I do not know if I'm going to be able to get in front of this guy. Sorry, everybody in the fast lane. Sorry. I hate when I'm on the freeway and I do this stuff. Yep, I wanted to get around because they were slow. I should have just cut over, but there was cars in my lane, so I couldn't. So, whatever. I'm just going to have to stay in the fast lane. And speed. Although it looks like I'm going slightly uphill, so they're probably going to still get by me. Oh, but now this guy's getting in my way. Alright, I think we can get over now. Kind of cut that one guy behind me off, but I want to get out of the fast lane. I'm sure everybody's pissed off as hell at me. And as you can see now that we're getting into a city, we are dropping a little under 60, just like we do on the handhelds. So even though it's plugged into the wall and getting way higher speeds, it's still not able to quite stay over 60 in these citier areas. But it's a lot harder to run than being out in the country. But it's still more playable for a game like this. I mean, I'm slowly driving a truck around. I could play a game like this at 30 FPS if I had to. I wouldn't enjoy it, but I could do it. Oh, stay in your lane, buddy. Man, we're really booking ass now. I'm totally gonna get a ticket, probably. Some cop somewhere will see me, and they will be angry. And alright, I think that's plenty of truck driving simulator. Why don't we now move on to a little Cyberpunk 2077. Alright, here's the settings we're going to run for Cyberpunk. Full screen 720p, just like we do on the handhelds for decent FPS, at least hopefully. And then the graphics, we're just doing Steam Deck. So I didn't change anything here, we're just doing whatever the Steam Deck settings are, that's what we're doing here. So I figured that'd be perfect for a handheld, it would be perfect for this thing. Because this thing is definitely stronger than a Steam Deck. Anyway though, now we got done looking at settings, why don't we have a quick benchmark just for fun. Alright, benchmark's all done. We got an average of 57.58, a minimum of 47, and a max of 71. Now obviously playing this at 720p with FSR balanced on top of it's not going to look very good, but that's the same settings we run on the Steam Deck and the Ally, so I figured keep it fair and run the same things on this. Now if you were playing this for real, on a big 4K TV like this, I don't think there's much you can do to make it look good. Either it's going to look like crispier, and if you play it like 1080p, 4K ain't happening. Let's just be honest. But then you're going to get like 25 FPS. So, I don't know. So, let's now go hop into the game. Alright, here we are in the game, and as you can tell, it definitely doesn't look very pretty all blown up on a 4K TV like this. But it's the only way you can get playable FPS. Because my bare minimum is 30. I don't like stuff dropping under 30. But if I was going to play this game, I would obviously play on one of my desktops or something, because it's just way better suited to a game like this. But I figured some people might want to try to play Cyberpunk on something like this. And it's definitely doable. It's just not going to be, you know, next-gen graphics or anything crazy like that. You're going to be playing under 720p with a mixture of, you know, the settings aren't that bad. We're on some high medium settings with a couple low in there. Uh-oh. Where's that, there was like a teleporter thing. I want to like get out of this area. I know there was a teleporter around here somewhere. Alright, I'm heading like right at it. We'll go someplace else. Go over there for a quick sec. And then this also shows you guys how long it takes to load and jump around and whatnot too. Definitely not as fast as some of my other systems, that's for sure, but considering this thing was under 400 bucks, the fact it's playing this at all is pretty cool in my book.
Animals are the craziest fucking gang in this city. Any job, they'll take it.
I'm pretty sure we were in Dogtown before, or a portion of it. That's a way harder to run spot than being out here in the normal game too, so I wanted to run around here a little bit too. Oh, let's see, how do you call your car and not the controller? I'm so used to... So used to playing this with keyboard and mouse. Get it. Alright, now let's try... I think that's still the fast car in the game. Maybe there's some faster than this, but... Still get some stutters. That's kind of what I wanted to see, how stuttery it is when you really fucking get moving. Definitely a little, but more than playable for most people, I would say. Especially somebody who's buying a under $400 computer. You can't expect it to be like a next-gen console. Alright, well, I think that's probably good. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to go change microphones real quick, mute the audio, and I want to show you guys what the fan speed of this guy is like when you're just, you know, playing a really intensive game like Cyberpunk. Alright, now to get you guys just a quick little noise test of this thing. So, I'm going to go ahead and plop this microphone right next to this thing, and you guys can see how loud it gets. But yeah, as you can probably hear, I'll probably have to boost the audio a little for you to even hear anything, but it has a very, very small whisper. And that's in a completely silent room, you know, with the game audio turned off, all the fans in my room turned off, but yeah, so not bad at all. If you want a quiet little mini PC that doesn't break the bank, but it can still play some games, this guy seems to be right up your alley. But anyway, I think it's about time for us to go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for this video, and I think this little sub $400 computer did a great job. Now, just like the Steam Deck and the Ally, it's much better suited to like indies and older AAA titles, but you can still play newer games like Cyberpunk on here, and it would definitely work. And if you ever want to do some real work, it's got a pretty nice 8-core processor in here. I think the only thing that would hold you back is the amount of RAM. 16 gigs probably isn't enough to do any real decent work, but anybody who's doing crazy amounts of work will probably go for something more powerful. This is just something cheap. Like if you want to do a little video editing, you could do that. If you want to do a little picture editing, you could do that. I mean like simple things like you just want to do some family albums, or you took some videos of your kid's soccer game and you want to mold them together and put them on Facebook. Well, shit, you could do that easily on a little computer like this. Although, truth be told, you could probably do that on your phone nowadays too, but I find it easier to do that stuff with a keyboard and mouse and not through touch. But that's just me. But I'm just throwing it out there. I'm pretty happy with this little guy. So far, it seems to be a very capable little computer for under 400 bucks. And then you could definitely get some better gaming performance if you just upgraded the RAM. You could put some, like, I don't know, I think it comes stock with 4800 megahertz RAM. You could probably put some like 6000 in there or something like that and be absolutely great. I wouldn't go too crazy on something like this because I don't know how good the memory controller is on these little APUs they shove in these guys. So it's probably not going to go as high on the RAM as some of the bigger desktops can go. And even sometimes those have some problems with the higher RAM. But in any case though, I think this is a great little computer. It's very quiet. Like even during Cyberpunk, it was not even audible unless you like shove your ear right up next to it and turn everything else in the room off, mute your audio, and then you can barely hear it if you have like insane hearing like I have. Like normal people probably won't ever hear this thing. And that was sitting there playing Cyberpunk. I can't think of too many games more hard to run than that. I mean, there's a couple, but the ones that are harder to run probably wouldn't run well on this at all. And half those don't even look as good in my opinion. But anyway, before I go off on another rant about video games and whatnot, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up? And of course, before I do that, obviously if there's any games you guys would like me to see play on here, just let me know. I realize I didn't do like any online games. I've got social anxiety, so I'm not good at doing those, but I can definitely suck it up and get some gameplay for you guys if you'd like to see like some Warzone or some Valorant or some Counter-Strike 2, what have you. Overwatch, I'm sure it can play all of those, just on low settings and probably like 80 to 100 and something FPS, I'm willing to bet. So if anybody wants to see that, let me know, and I can definitely do that for you. But in any case, it's time to wrap this video on up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.